Okay, folks. Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Big Sleaze, which is game number 4 that we've tackled in a year. We started doing this almost exactly a year ago. I think it'll be a year, like on the 15th of April or something. We've been doing this for an entire year. We've managed 3 games so far. That's epic work, people. But they're hard, which is why we never completed them when we were younger, and when these games came out, because they were so impossible. But we are committed to finishing them for real without referring to walkthroughs and cheats. So yeah. Everybody who's here, just say hello so people know who's here.
Hello from Lee.
Hello from Sandys.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi, Woody in Canada.
And hi, Mike's here as well.
Cool. The whole team are here. Right, and yeah, the game is the Big Sleaze, which is a game for the 48K ZX Spectrum. It's also released on Commodore 64, I think, and maybe a few other platforms. And it's a game by Fergus McNeill, who's famous for doing like comedy spoofs of other works like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and things like that. Robin of Sherlock, I think he did as well, which is like a mashup, Robin Hood and Sherlock. I've never played that, but that sounds good too. Right, and so let's just get straight into it. So we've got our emulator loaded up here. We have all 3 parts of the Big Sleaze on virtual microdrive. So let's load it. Here we go, the Big Sleaze. Genuine Delta IV adventure written by Fergus McNeill, copyright 1987 by Macmillan. Interesting that Macmillan had the copyright for these. Although maybe that was the original work that he's spoofing. No. Anyway, here we go. Location graphics. The office sprawled around me like the dump it was. My desk was beside a tall arched window looking out onto the busy city street below. The heavy old safe crouched in the corner, and a frosted glass partition with a door led out to Velma's desk. The office had been quiet that day, just like it was all the other days. The neon sign outside the window blinked on, off, then on again, pushing some brand of beer. It was dark now. Outside, the glistening lights of the evening Big Apple winked at me, illuminating the poor mice trying to run the rat race. I watched as the smoke spiraled up from my second last lucky, glowing a mournful purple in the sporadic neon. I let go of a sigh and posted my feet to desk duty. It looked like being a long evening. I like it already. Okay, let's do inventory. I checked what I had with me. A bunch of keys, my last lucky, a small rust-plated lighter. Okay, let's look at the desk. Oh, good, we can go X for examine. X desk. My desk was quite tidy for once. As usual, though, there was too much paper around the in tray and not enough in the out tray. The phone was somewhere, probably amid the piles of coffee-stained paper cups and lunch wrappers. Under a half-eaten Danish and a pile of butt ash, I found my trusty flashlight. It was 3 months since I'd seen it, and the Danish did little to deny the fact. Okay, get torch. Done.
Sounds like your old work desk.
What do you mean, old work desk? You should see what I'm actually looking at here.
And you can tell it's British because it understands get torch.
Yeah.
Realistically, though, no one ever only half eats a Danish.
It's either eat it or don't.
Could be a really bad Danish, and he didn't like it.
Maybe mice ate half of it.
No such thing as a bad Danish.
All right, let's look at the safe. The safe was large and pig-shaped, with Nat West emblazoned across the side of it. The rear of it was the door. The tail served as a rather original handle, but I didn't think much of what they'd used as a keyhole. You guys look confused. That's genuinely funny, surely.
It's the reference to Nat West.
Very British.
Yeah.
Very British, very 80s. Okay, so the safe is actually a piggy bank. Open safe. Locked. Then, suddenly, she entered the story. Although we were still in part one, I could tell that this was the obligatory female, about to cast a stunningly beautiful silhouette on the frosted glass of the door, then come in and intrigue me into some mystery. I watched her cast a stunningly beautiful silhouette on the frosted glass of the door, then she came in and intrigued me into a mystery. Here's what happened. The moment she came in, I knew there was something different about her. I figured it has something to do with the way she kicked the door off its hinges instead of just opening it with the handle like everybody else did. But I'd been wrong before, so I wasn't going to jump to conclusions now. I reassembled the door. She was from out of town. She'd come to New York to meet her father, who she hadn't seen for years. He'd made good, struck $1 million, and he'd arranged for a reunion meal at Joe's Diner. She'd been waiting there for 2 weeks now, and still the old man hadn't showed. At least, that was my guess. How did you know all that? She asked. I told her it was my business to know. Are you a private detective then? She questioned. Course I am, I drawled. What did you think Private Dick was short for? I don't know, she said thoughtfully. Maybe your mother made you wear tight underwear when you were a kid. We agreed that I'd search her old man out. So she left a check by my desk and left, saying she'd be in touch. I'm going to have to work hard to hit the right notes. So apologies. This is
testing your range, Chris.
It's entirely unrehearsed.
We have someone watching the stream.
Oh, hey. Hi, Roslyn.
An awful
Great.
pastry from Lidl, never. Never.
Lidl are awesome. Please sponsor us.
Do you think there's like a whole... there must be an entire generation of people who wouldn't have a clue what to do with this check thing.
Yeah, do we?
You take a photo of it and on your mobile, isn't that right?
Yeah, let's get it. A check for $100, the sort of thing I needed right now. Okay, what else did she leave us?
I love the fact that they're just mixing like Americanisms and Britishisms.
Yeah.
That's not how Americans spell check.
No.
But it's still in dollars.
It's very British. It's taking this very American genre and just trashing it completely. There was a review actually on the Interactive Fiction DB website from an American who really didn't like the Britishness of it and gave it a bad rating because he just couldn't get on with the fact that everything was so British. Like, it wasn't meant for you, mate.
Do we have a bunch of keys? Did I remember that correctly?
Yeah, we do.
So presumably the key to the safe is on a bunch of keys.
Oh, okay. Oops. Unlock safe with keys. I couldn't unlock it without the right key, and that wasn't something I had just then.
Look at the keys. What?
Skeleton and master keys, plenty of the devils on a keyring stamped property of M. Hammer.
How very appropriate.
Yeah. Rostin asks, was she Velma? No, I don't think so. I think she's the femme fatale. I think Velma might be our secretary or a receptionist. There's this note. Okay. No, okay. I just thought because there's a piece of paper and a pen on the picture that might be important, but I don't think it is. You can look at the glass, look at the sign, look through the window. Oh, the windows were clean on the inside anyway. Picked out in large pink letters were the words "Spillade Investigations." I'd noticed, being a PI, that in most offices the writing is backward as you look out the window, probably because it had been painted on from the outside. But I was smart. I'd painted my lettering from the inside so you could read it okay. The strange thing was, though, even with the pink, it didn't seem to attract many clients in from the street below.
So Rosalind is wondering whether we had to specify a specific key or
Or just say master key.
Oh, okay.
Or
So we don't
say-
have the right key on us. So I'm assuming that it's not being really mean.
Have you looked at the check?
I have. It's $100.
Okay.
I've just gone through the door. Reception was, as always, a tip. Some women keep their nests tidy, but not Velma. Her desk had so many cup stains, it looked as though she was holding the Olympics there. A hat stand was in one corner, the glass door led south into my office, and a wood door opened out into the hallway. I also noticed my trendy detective-style Mac.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced that we've tested enough keys to be sure
Okay.
that.
Okay, let's, with master key, open safe. Open safe with master key, locked. Or unlock safe with the key. I get the same message. Couldn't unlock it without the right key, and that wasn't something I had just then.
Yeah, okay.
Unlock safe with skeleton key. No.
But again, when you look at the bunch of keys, it says it's got skeleton keys and master keys.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, weird.
But I guess not the key to the safe.
No.
Oh. A small dog arrived. I've just gone north again into reception, and it's given me the same description. A small dog arrived. It was real cute, small and patchworked in black and white. It had a couple of bits of paper in its mouth. It wagged its tail and dropped a note, a bit of photo, and a check on the floor. Woof, it explained. Left. Okay, oh, blimey, okay. We can't pick up the check. We can't carry the check because we're carrying too much. Already it's happened. Can't even pick up a check.
no wonder we're so broke if we can't carry 2 checks.
Yeah. Let's drop the torch.
But we have the check.
There's 2 checks.
The
Yeah,
dog
this is a
brought
new
another
one.
check.
Oh,
Do you not have a small dog that runs around collecting money for you then, Mike?
no, sorry, I must have completely missed that.
It's also, I don't think I can distinguish between them. I think they're both for $100. Okay. And there was a note and a photo or something. Let's try get note. Ah, okay. Drop the keys and get the note. The note read, oh, it's coded. Bollards. Bollards in the middle. Okay. Drop the note and get the photo. I couldn't tell much about the picture till I found all the bits. Okay. So we're going to have to really think about what we take with us. Let's look at...
Did we just try open safe, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, it said it can't because it's locked.
Locked.
Do we have pockets? Can we put stuff in pockets? Are we trying to juggle everything in our hands? Is that what?
Oh, maybe we need to wear our Mac.
We've got a Mac, I was just about to say.
Yeah, let's look at the Mac. A genuine trendy detective style raincoat. It cost me an arm and a leg from the New York equivalent of Burton's. Not literally, of course, otherwise it wouldn't have fitted me so well. A crowbar fell from it onto the floor with a clang. Get Mac and wear it. Done. Somewhere else in the city, a clock went bong, midnight, start of another day. Okay, wear Mac. Let's see if we can get stuff. No. We can't do all. Get photo. No, we can't get the crowbar.
Drop the cigarettes and the lighter.
Let's look at the desk. Nothing special.
Rosalind is suggesting prying open the safe with the crowbar. Is this our our safe?
Yeah, it's our safe. Yeah.
It seems a bit.
Yeah.
To damage our own safe.
Be more. Okay. Search desk. What else have we got here? Reception was, as always, a tip. Some women keep their nest tidy, but not Velma. Her desk had so many cup stains it looked like they was holding the Olympics there. Cat stand in one corner, glass door led south, wood door opened into the hallway. There's a flashlight, a bunch of keys, a petite little crowbar, a note, and a bit of photograph. Okay, I'm gonna search our desk a bit more. But I guess let's look at this. We can just do score. We've beaten about 4% and typed 56 commands.
In terms of the note and the code, are we assuming we've got to figure that out at some point?
Yeah, at some point. It could be that there's nothing in the piggy bank. Can't shake it.
I was thinking that we needed to put the check in the safe to keep it safe, but
I think we need to go and cash the checks. Is what we need to do.
yeah.
If my memory of the 80s serves me, I think that's what you do with a check. We need cash, presumably. So, I mean, it could be that if we just take them with us, we get mugged. That's also possible. But we don't. I guess apart from the dog, which we have no idea what that case is. We need to go to Joe's, was it? Where the femme fatale's dad was supposed to meet her. So I think that's our mission.
Do we need to go to the bank first?
Yeah, maybe if we can find a bank on the way. The question is, what do we take with us? Do we take the torch, the crowbar? What don't we need?
I don't think we need the note.
Oh, okay, we can get the crowbar. Obviously, the more we take, if we then have to pick something up, we're going to have to drop something else.
Why don't you just leave everything except for the checks?
Yeah, okay. Until we know what to do with them.
Did we check if we could put things in our pockets of the Mac?
Yeah. It says I couldn't.
What about put check in pocket?
It doesn't recognize Pocket. It says I couldn't. So the Mac doesn't look like a container. We can wear it, but we can't put anything in it. Let's go out the wooden door then, I guess.
Were you going to drop stuff?
Mm.
Oh, you wanted to drop the lighter and the...
Do we even know what time it is?
Just went past midnight, didn't it? Time doesn't give us anything. We don't appear to have a watch. Okay, we're wearing the Mac and we have 2 checks. That's it.
I was just wondering if it was nighttime and hence we needed the flashlight, that's all.
Oh, it is nighttime. Yeah, it's midnight.
Well, the banks won't be open then.
No. But you might be able to cash a check at like an all-night... You know, they had like all-night exchange places, didn't they? Liquor stores with cash checks and stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Exits doesn't work.
This is much more reminiscent of these types of games that I remember, where the first problem is figuring out how to pick stuff up.
Oh, Rossin, you didn't miss anything. Don't worry. You haven't missed anything. We're as confused as anybody. Yeah, so I think we should just go out into the world and see what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
Which way's the wood door? Oh, north, okay. I was in the hallway outside the office. It was dimly lit and smelled of ashtrays, but then what would you expect? A set of worn stairs led down to the front door. Down. I found myself at the foot of the stairs by the front door. Somewhere above, a light shone down dimly. Open door. It's locked. Ah, I'm going to need my keys, aren't I? Okay. Keys. Down. Unlock door. Done. Open door. Done. South.
Door.
Okay.
Lock the door.
Sorry?
Lock the door.
Okay. I stood in the alcove by the front door to the office. To the south, a busy rush of traffic surged along the boulevard. But if we don't... If I lock the door, then no one's going to come in and steal my futon.
How did the femme fatale get in through the locked door?
She kicked it down.
And the dog.
I know Velma's not even there. I mean,
No. Lee, you've got it all wrong. The real question is, how did the dog lock the door on his way out? That's the only reasonable explanation as to what's
Should have
happened.
just given our check to the dog and say, go pay this in as well.
yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's just what woof means. Don't worry, I'll see myself out. Woof. Okay, to the south, a busy rush of traffic surged along the boulevard. I guess we go south. Okay. Oh, brilliant. It's using the flash attribute. I stood on the sidewalk and gazed along the street at the tall buildings, the leery neon signs, the people all shuffling along aimlessly. That's the people, not the buildings or the signs. To the north, an alcove sheltered the front door of my office. I also noticed my car parked at the curb. Okay. Let's look at the car. My heap was in pretty bad shape. It had been swell when I got it first, but now the rotten bit of rope holding the roof on was in better condition than the rest of the thing. As I gave it a brief once over, my hand caught onto something and a stick of dynamite fell from the car onto the sidewalk. Hell, those kids from the estate were getting smarter all the time. And one of these days, they'd pay me back for busting their dinner money racket. Oh, one of these days, they'd get me back for busting their dinner money racket. There's a stick of dynamite. Okay. Is it lit? The dynamite had a fuse at one end and "You die, PI" written on it in large friendly letters. I guess it's not lit. Open car. So we got the dynamite. Open car, I couldn't. Somewhere else, a clock tower rang out the chimes for 6 a.m. Well, that was quick. It's taken me 6 hours to walk downstairs. Spent 5 hours wondering how a dog could lock a door.
You did say you could tell it was going to be a long night.
Yeah.
Can we stash things in our car then? Unlock car. Oh, I couldn't unlock it without the right key, and that wasn't something I had just then. Do I not have my keys anymore? I do. Velma appeared. Thank God. Can I get in the car?
It's
Oh,
locked.
I can. I was in my car. It could only be called that because it had a wheel at each corner and was too beat up to be anything else. But I was sentimental and liked it. Just beside the steering wheel, 2 wires hung out of the dash. I also noticed a bank book.
Well, that'll tell us where the bank is, hopefully.
Well, I guess the paying in book, isn't it?
Probably.
But, or it's one of those, I don't know, this is showing my age. The book that shows the whole balance, the like ins and outs of.
Paying in book. A paying in book for the private investigators savings bank. It was for my account with the Astoria Boulevard branch. Okay. All right. So that's the thing.
Do we need to hotwire the car?
Probably.
Yeah, I reckon.
Do you think we should go and talk to Velma? Seeing as she's just arrived. Should we nip back into the office and talk to her quickly?
Has she left? I thought she was just standing next to the car.
Well, she's obviously arrived for work. Oh, get out of car. Okay.
You'd ask her if she can decode the note, because she's probably cleverer than we are.
Almost certainly. Okay. Okay. So I'm back at reception and Velma's here. Examine Velma. Nothing special grabbed my attention. Ask Velma about dog. Velma said nothing. Ask Velma about safe. Be incoherent somewhere else, said Velma.
We just say hello to Velma.
Okay. Rubber off, armpit face, said Velma. I don't think she thinks much of us.
What does that mean?
Ask Velma about check. No. Ask Velma about case. No.
Speak to Velma.
This is how you do it. How you You have to say, talk to Velma or ask Velma about, and then like a sentence, and then it parses that sentence and sees if she has a response for it. But
what was the name of the femme fatale?
she didn't have one, did she? Ask Velma for help. Go boil your head, said Velma. Okay.
You misspelled one of those, but I doubt it's going to make a difference.
Which one?
Ask Velma a boo.
Oh.
Could we ask Velma and give her the checks in the bank book and ask her to go and pay them in?
I doubt it. I mean, we can't get anything useful out of her at all, let alone trying to get her to go to the bank for us.
Bloody Velma.
I think she's basically furniture at this point.
Have you tried showing her the note?
Oh. I haven't got it, have I? Oh. We can't show the note. We can't give the note to Velma.
The note is the thing with the code in, isn't it?
Yeah. Apart
Can
from
we?
the...
Could you type in decode note?
Oh my god. Rosie, you genius. I decoded the note. It said, "Dear Mr. Spillade, a photograph was recently stolen from me. It is now in several pieces scattered across the city. I must have this photograph back. The check that Spot brings herewith will hopefully cover your costs. You'll be hearing from me. Regards, Miss J. Doe."
Okay, so we have to go find bits of photograph then.
Well, we've got 2 cases now, yeah?
Yeah, we've got 2 cases. We've done 9% of the whole game.
Is that what it means?
I don't understand at all. How on earth did you know to do that, Rosie?
Well, I didn't know to do that. I just thought decode might be a thing that it would do.
Here's a code. No, well, decode it then. Okay.
Yeah. Of all the perfectly reasonable and yet completely unhelpful responses we've had to the reasonable things we've tried, just brute forcing, just decode it then. It's like, yeah, that's right, yeah. Go with that.
We can't even open our own bloody safe, and yet we can read ASCII.
Maybe if you type in crack safe, we'll be able to do it.
I mean, no. Okay, the safe's too heavy to lift. I kind of think the safe is maybe just a joke, because they always have a safe in the corner. Like, it's like a standard thing for a PI to have in the corner, and so of course we do. But yeah, ours is a pig with NatWest written on the side of it. But I mean, maybe it's important. Probably is. Okay, let's drop the note.
Let's see if we can drive to the bank.
Yeah, before midnight comes round in the next couple of moves.
I mean, do we want to drive places, or can we still walk places?
I don't know. Let's go and find out. North, down, south, lock, door. Elsewhere, a small bedside clock was peeping for noon. Okay, so let's try walking.
Is it like an hour per turn?
I hope it's not time limited. I hope
yeah,
it's event driven rather than time driven, because So we can't go in any direction on foot. So we have to get in car and drive somewhere, I guess.
Can you type in exits? Does that give you
Yeah, I tried that already, but no. We don't get a help.
yeah, fine.
So we want to drive to bank, right? Okay, it says easier if the car's started. So hotwire car. I couldn't. X wires.
Join wires?
Yeah.
Connect
Huh?
wires?
Yeah.
Connect wires.
Connect wires. I touched the wires together and the engine shuddered into what I suppose was about as close as it ever gets to life. Drive to bank. Sorry, pal, I can try driving someplace else, but I'm not sure about there. Okay, let's look at the book. What did it say?
Drive to Astoria.
Astoria.
Boulevard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To Astoria. We can drive to Joe's. I pulled away onto the street and began mixing it with the traffic. I headed the quickest way, going via Jersey City. Some hours later, I arrived, parked, and let the engine cough itself to a shuddering death.
Hours?
Yeah.
Some hours later. Yeah, I was clearly the most convenient PI. It's Astoria Boulevard. I wonder if we could drive to Astoria Boulevard. I assumed that it would just recognize Astoria, but maybe not. Anyway, we're at Joe's now, so get out of car. There we go, a new picture. I stood on the sidewalk outside Joe's. It was the sleaziest joint in the Bronx. Even the outside of the place was covered in stains. The street ran cross town, with Joe's on the north side and a dingy alley a little ways east. I also noticed my car parked on the curb. Okay. So there's a dingy alley. I'm going to ram save. Okay. Actually, I'm going to ram save to go east. I was on the sidewalk. It slouched west along the front of Joe's. A narrow alley sloped north up the side of the dilapidated building. I'm going to go ram load. Okay. Cool. Okay, so ram save and ram load work. Should we just try going straight into Joe's, or should we go and investigate the alley?
Always search around the back of a building first, isn't that the rule?
Yeah, we might find the body of the dad.
Ooh.
Oh,
Gonna say
wow.
nothing good ever happens in a back alley, so
Well,
I'm pretty sure nothing good ever happens in Joe's either, but
speak for yourself, Woody. Okay, I was in a real low-life alley, so rough even the garbage cans only came here in pairs. To the south, the street traffic slid by. Go further into it. We can't go anywhere. Use torch doesn't work. Examine garbage. Nope.
you go up.
Oh, no, we can go west.
Okay.
It was a small, shabby room. By the look of the place, it was what Joe used as an office. There was a desk against one calendar-covered wall. The carpet had lost most of its pattern, and a doorway in the west wall led into the diner. Okay. Search desk. Searching things, it just says be more specific, pal. Okay. Open desk? Nope.
The X calendar.
Move desk? Nope. The calendar showed pictures of nude hamburgers draped seductively over sports cars.
Guess we just go west then.
I guess so. I found myself inside Joe's diner. Geez, what a dump. I hated wobbly bar stools, but here they just bobbed around, floating on the grease that slopped about on the floor. Open doorways were in the north and east walls. The north one had men written on it, so I figured Joe couldn't go in there. I also noticed Joe.
Why can't Joe go in there?
I don't know.
Do we have a name to ask about?
No.
Ask Joe about daughter.
About what?
His daughter.
It's not Joe's daughter, is it? It's the femme fatale's dad. Well, they were supposed to meet at Joe's. Joe's is the proprietor, surely.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That woman? Joe remained silent.
Can we go into the men's?
Yeah. The men's room was a small square room, tiled here and there, but mostly showing a brickwork decor. The one remaining stall was on the east wall and the out doorway was to the south. Okay, let's go east. I found myself in the stall. It had no door, but the Johns never did on this side of town. The toilet gaped at me sickeningly. I also noticed Ben Durr. Okay.
Who else is going to be in there? Gloria Hole.
Really? Ask Ben about Joe. Sorry, love, said Ben.
I mean, it's just a joke, isn't it?
Okay. We're inside Joe's diner. Joe's just left. If you try going east. Okay. We're back in the office. The door was shut. If you go east again. Oh. Open door. Oh. We can't go back out into the alleyway. And we can't go, the door's shut and we can't go back in from the alleyway. The door's locked.
Joe must have locked up and gone home.
Yeah, I must have done. But we can still go in through the front door. And we can get into the office through the front door. We can't. The door between the alleyway and Joe's office is locked. Of course, we could try using the dynamite to crack our safe.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, yeah, I really don't know what to do here.
Try it.
Do you want to get in the car and see if we can drive anywhere else?
Yeah.
See if we can, if you say whatever it is, Thingy Boulevard branch, whether it will take you to the.
Connect wires. Okay. Drive to Astoria Boulevard. I pulled away onto the street and began mixing it with the traffic. I headed the quickest way, going via Jersey City. Some hours later, I arrived, parked, and let the engine cough itself to a shuddering death. I was on the sidewalk of Astoria Boulevard outside my branch of the PISB. The impressive plywood doors of the place were on the north side of the street. I also noticed my car parked to the curb. The doors were very closed. Was it too late? The place was closed. Okay. I'll have to go and do that tomorrow. We're going to go to the office, get drop the torch.
Blow the safe.
Yeah.
I mean, what could be safer than setting off some dynamite in the
your
office? Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think we should just.
You might want to save it first.
So,
Just saying.
Chris, I think we dropped our lighter.
Oh yeah. What have we actually got on us? Keys. Yeah, okay. Drop keys. Get lighter. Put dynamite in safe. I mean, presumably that's. Oh. Because it's midnight.
Use dynamite on safe?
Yeah. Or open safe with dynamite.
We need to light it, presumably.
I'll put dynamite in keyhole.
Yeah.
I mean, we also haven't tried the crowbar yet.
I jammed the dynamite into the keyhole. Perhaps it was just my imagination, but I could have sworn the pig smiled a bit. Okay. I'm not sure that this is... Well, we can't move the safe, can we? So this is the only place to do it.
Now, what happens if you now, light dynamite?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, light dynamite with lighter. Oh. Light fuse. I sparked the lighter and lit the fuse. The fuse fizzled and spat a little. I'm getting out of there. Oh, here we go. There was a huge explosion as the dynamite blew the safe apart. I heard the safe door slam down onto the floor. After that, everything seemed quiet. All right. Oh my God. We're in our office. I also noticed an old battery, the key to the safe, the door of the safe, my gun, my wallet.
The key to the safe was in the safe.
The safe,
It's in the safe, yeah. Oh my God. Oh, have we tried using the torch? I bet the torch hasn't got any batteries in it. Examine battery. Never ready. Brass seal. its condition wasn't very inspiring. Examine gun. My rod was a handy little number, a belt-fed version of your common or garden 9mm Uzi. There was plenty of ammo left. A belt-fed Uzi.
Have we tried the torch?
No, I think it's still in the car. Let's look at the wallet. It was an old battered wallet, brown leather, frayed around the edges. More importantly, it was empty. My PI's badge was stapled to it. Just then, a voice right by my ear said, "You have the right to remain silent." I couldn't believe it. The bank had closed me down for serious debts. What a way to not solve a case. You've
Okay.
beaten about 14% of this particular case. You've typed 256 commands, but the investigation was over. Another try.
Oh no.
Okay, so I think we need to go to the bank before it shuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Yeah. We need to go straight there, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's. It feels like that's what this game is turning into. It's going to be one of those. You do it, you die, you learn from that, you repeat it and do something else and do
Yeah.
it quicker. Or
That can't be a coincidence that we've typed 256 commands.
that's what
Yeah,
I
I
thought.
know, right? We've
That
we've
must-
maxed out the
that must
one
be-
byte that can count.
Yeah.
That uses as a flag.
Yeah, they had one byte for time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, you're right. Genuinely, that can't be a. Okay, so I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to hit wait for until we die and see if it's 256.
Or just go to the bank.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so what's the correct sequence of doing stuff, do we reckon? We have to wait until we get the checks, obviously.
Yeah, we want to get both of the checks.
We might be able to get down to the car.
So we need the keys to unlock the door. We want the checks. We need the checkbook. Get in the car, go to the bank.
Look at the desk.
Yeah, blow up the safe later.
Yeah, because we can only blow up the safe with the dynamite that's in the car.
Yeah, so we get the torch, go north.
Why do we need the torch?
We don't. It's getting it because it's. I don't want to leave anything in the room that might get destroyed when we blow it up. That's all.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I mean, if I could get the Mac, I just want to get everything in the car because it looks like we can just leave stuff in the car and drive around.
Where the Mac?
We need to wait for the dog anyway, so yeah. So you might as well be loading stuff into the car, I guess.
Yeah. Where's the Okay, so the crowbar only falls out when you look at the Mac. We can pick it up and we can wear it, but it's only when we look at it that the crowbar falls out.
Yeah. And so far, we don't have either of the checks.
No.
The lady hasn't turned up and the dog hasn't turned up.
No.
Which last time, the lady just turned up immediately.
No, she didn't. I looked at a bunch of stuff before she turned.
Okay.
In other words, like 4 hours later.
Yeah. Oh, do we have to look at the car for the dynamite to show up? Yes. It was pretty wet just now, raining cats and dogs, and I was too smart to crack the joke about stepping in a poodle. Okay, so, damn it. Get in the car, drop crowbar, Drop torch. Get. Oh, we don't need the book at this point. Get out of car.
I'm really quite confused as to what you're doing, Chris, because you're doing the opposite to what I thought we said we were going to do.
I'm getting the dynamite. I'm putting stuff in the car.
Why are we getting the dynamite?
What?
Why are we getting the dynamite?
Blow the safe up.
That's not what we said we were going to do now. What we said we were going to do now is get the checks.
Well, while we're waiting for the other things to show up, I was said, we can blow the safe up. Is what I said.
Okay, but then we're not in the place where the checks are going to show up.
No, I know.
Okay, fine. So you.
Maybe the dog will come and find us.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we're only outside, aren't we? So we've just gone down to the car and we're going back up to the office.
Okay. Oh, finally. Now she's arrived.
I mean, you could have blown the safe. We had time, didn't we?
Well, I didn't want to blow the safe before she came in. Like, I want to be in the location that she comes in. Now I can blow the safe. Now the dog arrives. Get note. Explosion. Read note. Decode note. What have we got? Drop the note. Okay, I think I'm just going to save it here. So I do an actual save.
You know you want to.
I do. Oh, okay. You just did it. What? Okay, that worked.
I just had flashbacks to my youth back then.
Yeah. Well, apparently saving it actually restarts the game, so I was forced to load it.
Yeah.
Straight away, which is a bit odd. But anyway, managing our inventory is a flipping nightmare, isn't it?
Mm.
I want to go and get the batteries and the other stuff, but I think I'm just going to go down and get in the car and drive to the bank. What do we think?
Yeah.
I don't even know what time it is. I'm also not going to bother wasting a move by locking the door.
Yeah.
It's like the complete opposite to Counterfeit Monkey, where we could carry everything.
Yes. We did say that this was probably what it was gonna be like. Like suddenly it's super primitive. Get out of car. What time is it? Place was closed.
It'll take you hours to get there, though, won't it?
You do score, doesn't it tell you the time?
I don't think it does. We've beaten 14% of it now, and we only typed 62 commands. So
Can you just do time?
no. You can't look at a watch.
But now that you've waited, now look at the door. Oh, okay.
Yeah, place is closed. I think this is really about timing, isn't it? 6 a.m. Now we can go in. Yeah, maybe we're supposed to go and investigate Joe's and then go to the bank in the morning. I looked the inside of the bank over, but not too carefully in case someone thought I was casing the joint. The single and completely unsuccessful attempt at decoration was a small potted palm in one corner. The place was real shabby, with the teller's window to the north and the exit to the south. I haven't got my paying in book. Cretin. Oh, for fuck's sake.
By the time you get out, the bank will have shut.
Shut up.
And it's 2 minutes past 8 in real life.
So he spent 6 hours outside the front of the bank waiting to get in. He forgot his paying in book.
Yeah, but it's only in the car, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. You've got it.
even so.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Go north to the...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Teller's window to the north. I leaned on the counter and peered through the toughened glass at the pretty cashier. With a fixed grin on her face, the main lobby of the bank was south. Give check to cashier. I couldn't. Pay or cash check. Cash check. Couldn't.
Deposit check.
I couldn't.
Give bank book and check.
Put check on counter.
Hit it with a hammer.
We've used dynamite, haven't we?
Yeah. I should have brought my gun and just forced her at gunpoint to take my check.
Pay check into bank. Is it a cashier or a teller?
It's a cashier.
Okay.
Have you tried deposit check?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's alright.
Give check to cashier.
I can't even read the book now. Give check to cashier, give book to cashier, pay in check, cash check.
Have you tried to tell her?
Use book. Pay in check.
Are we actually at the counter? Can we go north again?
Ask cashier about check. No, I can't go north again. There's a counter, there's a toughened glass, a cashier.
Put check on counter.
Nope.
You have to do both checks and book.
I mean, this makes no sense.
Drop checks.
To add check to book.
Drop check is actually quite a good suggestion.
There's just a check here. bank check. Ask about cash.
We don't actually want to cash it, do we? We want it to be paid into our bank account because we're in debt. That was the message we got when we got arrested, was that we were arrested because we still had a debt with the bank.
Maybe. Well, we can't. I mean, pay in check should work then, shouldn't it? Or pay check with book. I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it there, and I'll bang my head against a wall until I manage to pay in a check, and then I'll show you how to do it next week. How about that?
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
All right, cool then.
Yeah.
Right, let's leave it there. I mean, I get the feeling maybe this isn't going to take us too long. I think we're just going to get stymied by the parser. It's really, really basic, isn't it? You just forget the difference between 8-bit games and 16-bit games, and how much more sophisticated Magnetic Scrolls was.
Yeah, we've been spoiled, haven't we?
Anyway,
We'll get there.
well, yeah, we'll as long as it's not really offensive, which it already has been a little bit, we'll stick with it, and yeah, see how far we can get next week. So, cheers everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking part.
See you next
See ya.
week.
Bye.